Hello, fifth graders. I'm sorry I'm out again. I have to go to a training. I'd much rather be there with you. But because I can't, I figured I would still try to make the lesson pretty much the same as what everybody else will be getting this week. So um, here we go. So we've been spending a lot of time looking at the classical era. You're familiar with the characteristics of the classical era. You know that it's simple, it's balanced, it's organized, easy for the listener to understand. You know that the three main composers were Haydn, Mozart, and Beethoven. You know that, what else do you know? You know that the conductor faced the audience. You know that the conductor was a new idea for the classical era. You know that the orchestras were getting bigger. You know that form was really important during the classical era because in order to be organized, we have to have some sort of system to keep all of our music organized, and using musical patterns or forms is how we did that. But the one thing that we haven't really spent a lot of time on is knowing what are some of the actual famous pieces of music that came out of this time. Some of these pieces you'll probably recognize, others will be brand new to you. But I would say that these 12 or 13 or so songs are the ones that I would say are some of the most significant ones from this time. So today's pretty easy. You're just going to be listening and trying to remember the titles because later on there will be a game to test your knowledge. I'm going to start with Haydn. Haydn has a lot of works. He was the father of the string quartet. He did a lot of symphonies, as you can tell. The one that I've listed here is his 94th symphony, so he had way more symphonies than like Beethoven did. But the one piece of music that I think that everybody should know about is Symphony Number 94, or what the nickname that we all know is the Surprise Symphony. It's a musical joke. All right, so you've got us. Where'd it go? I just want you to pause. Okay, sorry, I was trying to do all these things. I'm hiding. Wait, do you see me? I hope you can see me. I wanted you to be able to see me. I was dancing during it. I think it said I was hiding my little webcam. Darn, I was going like this in the corner like a little mouse creeping around. So, anyways, that's Haydn's Surprise Symphony. If you remember from a few weeks back, more like a month or so, one of the groups read about Haydn and he was a real jokester and he liked to play tricks. This was one of his musical jokes. He used to play this symphony and people would fall asleep and then he would scare them by waking them up. That's the one Haydn song, Surprise Symphony. Mr. Mozart. Love me some Mozart. All right. Eine kleine Nachtmusik is the first one on the list. But if it's easier for you to remember it as a little night music, that's fine too. That's the English name for Eine kleine Nachtmusik. Here it is. I'll play just a few seconds of it. Any day now. Good old Eine kleine Nachtmusik by Mozart. The next one is called Rondo alla Turca. It is a segment of a sonata. Sonata is a solo work, and in this case it's a solo work for a piano. And this tune is pretty familiar, will probably be very familiar to most of you. Rondo alla Turca. a cute song. Rondo alla Turca by Mozart. Sometimes they call it the Turkish March. That's where the Turca part comes from. Symphony number 40 is next. There's no nickname for this one. It's just Symphony number 40. This was the song that the orchestra was playing in the Quaver episode about the classical era when they're showing the conductor facing the audience. That might make it a little bit more familiar to you. Play. Okay, you get the idea. Symphony number 40. Okay, the next one on the list is the Queen of the Night aria from the Magic Flute. This clip on YouTube, I'm going to go over here, is from the Magic Flute that we saw when we were in 4th grade. I'm only going to play like a couple seconds of a couple spots. Go. YouTube, go. YouTube, come on. Okay, we'll just do it like this. Okay, let me fast forward to the iconic part. Right here. Oh. Right here. Alright, so we should all remember that from 4th grade. Queen of the Night aria from the Magic Flute. The last two songs. Okay, so a little background information on these. These I know you probably won't have heard of before, but they're so important. Look at the two on this list. It says Requiem Mass, from Requiem Mass after each one. So a little story. It's the year 1791, the year of Mozart's death. He's just finishing up writing the Magic Flute, and then he has a visitor, and someone asks him to write a piece of music in honor of someone's death to be played at their funeral. So literally a death mass. But the nicer way to say that is a requiem mass. It's a mass written in honor of somebody. So Mozart agrees to do it. And so then, he gets very ill. And it's December of 1791. And he's still writing this requiem mass. And he dies. And it's not finished. So Mozart literally wrote a death mass while he was becoming deathly ill and then died while writing it. Yeah, kind of creepy and weird. The first selection is called Dies Irae. That's Latin. The whole thing's in Latin. It's very intense, very fast, and intense is just the only word I can think of to describe it. Lacrimosa, the second one that I want you to hear, is the very last movement that he wrote. Masses have several sections, several pieces within the whole larger work, and Lacrimosa was the very last one that he wrote before he died. Now, as I said, it was not finished when he died, so his assistant took some of his notes and drafts and stuff and was able to kind of piece together, what would have Mozart wanted this to sound like? So the last, I don't know, maybe 4-ish movements are not entirely his own work. And if you ask me, if you listen hard enough, if you've listened enough Mozart, you can tell that they're not entirely his creation. It's kind of weird. So here is Dies Irae, really intense. amazing to sing in a choir that's singing Dies Irae. I've sung it before. It's incredible. Lacrimosa is the second one. The last one before he died. One of those pieces you have to hear the whole thing, but we just don't have the time. In fact, I am going to end this segment right here because I'm only allowed 15 minutes using the recording program I'm using. So I'm going to stop here, and then we're going to pick up with the next portion of the of this little lecture, and we're going to do Beethoven. All right, Beethoven.